Hey, hello, hello. Good day. Hi. Good. Uh, uh, good. Good evening. No, it's good. Good afternoon to you. It's Friday afternoon. How's everything? I hope the summer is treating you okay. Is it still crazy hot there? I hope it's getting better. Okay, let me just kind of check. Yeah, summer in Europe, in Spain. Like I think you guys are probably still having that crazy heat wave. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, hold on, Portugal. It's the same here. So I should always complain about it being hot, but I know like it's probably so much like hotter now. Uh, yeah, still having that. Do you guys know when it's gonna get better? Oh my god. Tourists trapped in 44 degrees Celsius. Oh, extreme heat. Ah, horrible. Okay, sounds really bad, yeah. Okay, let me see. Okay, so today I am going to paint our storefront. Okay, so just kind of introduce the colors first, just in case you guys are like wondering what colors we are. It's strange because I actually had like a little. Let me see. Okay, hold on for a second. Yeah, it's weird. Like I actually have like a little. Oh, there you go. Okay, let me just try it. Hello. All right. Okay. So I had a little chat that was like on the side, and then like it just kind of disappeared. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's me. Ha, if you're wondering like what's going on, yeah, that's me. Oh, it's weird. Okay, I'm trying to see how it fit. Okay, it does not fit at all. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so what's up? Are you like in class, or you're like just preparing for class, or you're just kind of resting at home? How's everything? Is there like, did they, introduce some sort of holiday vacation or something, to so that you guys stay at home while it's still like too hot to do stuff. Empathize. Like I feel like the heat waves is it's just something that happens every year. Why? Like, are you considering getting like air conditioning or something, or is it like, I know like some towns actually didn't like couldn't even like they couldn't even support the amount of like electricity needed for like a few houses with air conditioning, that they had like a like they couldn't have like electricity for a while. So is it like that like everywhere? I if I were you, I would like kind of consider trying to get some sort of. Oh, you have, but you don't use it. Okay, yeah, but I mean if it gets to 44 degrees Celsius, I don't know, I would even go out at home. I mean I would even go out. Like, could you like, are you how do you manage to stay like sane? I don't know how you do it. Oh, okay. I hope it gets better. Okay, I hope you guys or like buy tons of fan or something. All right. So for this month is July. All right. Today is the 3rd of July. Next week, then July has a lot. There are a lot of people, with their birthdays, and we have like a few wanderers if with July birthdays. I believe Ari is one of them. And his birthday is gonna be next week, so I'll be singing him a birthday song. All right, and I'm not sure who else. I think Zhu Huan too, but I think he's having it at the end of July instead. Okay. Oh, you okay? Oh, you're in the kitchen with the window open and with a fan, so you're good. That's good. Okay, that's I think different ways to get out of it. Oh, at work we have AC because of the computers. Yeah, I think that's like important, especially I think in schools, especially. Oh, and you also have a fan in your office. Yeah. So I think you should at least have a fan. Yeah, probably one of those things, especially like those on the table or on top on the ceiling. Ceiling fans are the best. In Singapore we have these like really huge fan. They call this like big ass fans. They call this big ass fans, and then it's the kind that they put in a like train station, and it's really windy. I think it's really very good to have those kind of fan. I'm not sure if they have it there. Ah. And when it gets way too hot, I go home and that's it. Oh, okay, okay, okay. And this is in a, oh, it's on the living room, so it's no use. Okay. And you always stick to the kitchen. Yeah, I think another way is to probably get a good somewhere with a window so that you get like, you know, nice breeze coming in, like taking away that heat. I mean, unless they throw like hot wind at you. But then again, you know, just having a bit like at least helps to cool things down. Of course, like drink tons of water, shower as much as you can, and yeah, I think that's how you survive. Like, is it getting worse? Is it getting like from your memory, you know, of the summer? Like, is it getting worse now? Okay, so our color of this month is dioxazine. I don't know, I hate this color, but like I seem to get like, don't know, this feels like the third time or fourth time that we have this in a challenge. I don't know why I chose it. I think because I feel like this is one of those colors that very bright, very beginner friendly, well, cheap to use and kind of interesting, like nice to have. But I don't really use it a lot because I think the color is too strong. And this is like, I managed to get this one. This is how it looks just with just a swipe. Like I just swipe it on like the you know, the color. I mean um pen, and then this is just one swipe and I get this already, you know. I had to dilute it like tons and tons with water to get this color. Yeah, and like it's interesting because this month we have like I don't know, I feel like every time we have dioxazine we tend to get very weird color combination. But it's okay, let's just try it. Yeah, I think this is kind of the third time. Wow, today you have the 40 degrees Celsius. Oh my god. Like I even saw like on the news that like some like the traffic light melted. It's like, oh my god. Like how did that happen? How could that happen? Uh, and there were like, I think previous years I even seen like, you know, the tarmac you know, it kind of melted as well, or cracked or something. And by the way, like, you feel like my stream is kind of quiet now. You don't hear that fan sound, right? Like my when I live stream, when I used to live stream like last week so, um it was like super loud. You hear the fan go, the wheeling sound, and then now you hear complete silence, right? You don't hear it anymore. That's because I got myself, no, I didn't get myself. For my birthday, DRJS Pro got me a new MacBook. So now I have a faster MacBook, and you can hear that this is nothing to it. Like, in fact, on a CPU, it says like it's only taking out 15%. Like previously, it was like 50, 60%. And I'm like, hey, it's helping, and I'm really glad that he got me something that is so useful. So yeah, thank you to the dear husband. I don't know where he is. I think he's kind of resting, lying in on bed and something. Yeah, but that's a little bit about why you're not hearing that like irritating sound. So hey. Oh, and then Paulo says, it's on some countries that are not prepared for extreme heat they are getting, like in northern bits of Europe. Ah, I see. I guess for you, for Spain, Portugal, you kind of used to certain times. Like sometimes you do get like, you know, situations like this, and then, you know, you would then have to do something. You know, you have to redesign your city better, you know. Like if you're in the northern parts, you probably don't think it'll ever happen, and it never, like, and then all your stuff are probably still, you know, maybe use up to the 30 degrees Celsius, and when it goes up to like, you know, even more, it's just gonna be like super difficult. Like things are going to melt. I forgot to turn on my computer. I mean my iPad. Okay, just give me a minute. Hey. Okay, right. So yeah, so a little bit of about the palette this month. So as I said, right, we have PV23, which is our color of the month, and then we also did a, you know, the roulette spin, and then and we got like for cyan, we just got any cyan color. Oh, for us, it's just like a normal summer. Okay, cool. Nice. Good to know that you're all prepared. I guess really, people in the north probably have to do something. They have to think through, they have to take their lessons and try to improve like whatever they can, okay? Like in Singapore, like for us in Southeast Asia, like we always get like a high, like sometimes 33 degrees Celsius. So we never get as hot as like 38. Like sometimes we get like 36, but that's pretty rare. But it's always like 30-ish for us, and everything is just air conditioned. So yeah, I think yeah, it takes time. Like people learn a little bit, and sometimes they kind of learn to improve their infrastructure a little bit. I know, seriously, I also don't like this palette. I think this is horrible. It's so meh. And Ari is here, and Ari is complaining too about the palette. So if I have any science, so here I'm using PV28, the cobalt turquoise version. For yellow, I think I'm using cobalt, cadmium yellow. All right, over here. I didn't try any other colors because I was just kind of like reaching out for colors that I have. And then we have earth green, right? Like, what? Why do we need earth green? Like, I feel like if I just mix these three colors, I would get an earth green already. So I don't know what it's doing here, but I added it nevertheless. But I feel like I probably do not need to use that K, because yeah, like I can get it here. I mix these three colors, I'm gonna get a green. So I don't know. Not much of a things like color mixing wise, we don't really get much of a color. We get some like we just get a bit of like, the kind of mint green color, some of these like really bright yellow, lemon yellow color, a bit of brown, some gray, and yeah, like pretty much it. Not very exciting, not very fun, but we have to do what we are set out to do, right? And oh yeah, and then Paulo saying it's weird not getting any red, but yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I agree. So in fact, I was thinking if we had, in fact, we haven't, when we like for case, right, we actually haven't had we haven't gotten of red, which I think would be a nice addition. In fact, I think if we would have like I would actually use Potter's pink, or maybe like Indian red or something. I think that would be like super nice if we have it. But yeah, I mean, we didn't have it. I don't know, maybe we should like build in a little bit more flexibility in the future when we do the the spins, because sometimes I mean the spin is fun, but if you kind of restrict it a little bit, we are still getting our what do you call that, limited palette, but we can make it a more useful one, than something that is totally useless. I wouldn't say this is totally useless, but it just means that we don't really have that many things that we can do with it, like because now we have those three colors and they look kind of similar. Like you can get the earth green with just those three together. So Ari, how are you? How are you ready for your birthday? Your birthday's next month, next week. Are you planning anything? Are you taking like a birthday leave anywhere? So I went and get a haircut. So I had a birthday no. So I get to take a birthday off from work, and I went and get myself a haircut. So I am having like shorter hair now, slightly. Okay, still long, but it's at least less crazy at the bottom. So I had like the oh, it says no as in like you're not going to take a leave. Like I think you deserve going out, go to a nice restaurant, get your favorite red velvet cake, and yeah, just relax. And I think Ari said that he was given a tube of ultramarine blue, and it's from Daniel Smith, and that will be like super useful next month when we have ultramarine blue as our color, our keystone color. Looking forward to the ultramarine blue. Okay, so wait, why did I stick it this way? I'm not even sure I'm gonna paint it this way, but I think I will. There are several ways to paint this, so I do have a few pictures here, but I really don't know which one I would choose though. So I do have these three. Okay, so this one here is slightly smaller, and it's just gonna be very illustrative, but it looks really like, I feel like this one is easier on the eye and it's easier to paint. So those one has so much more, and you have people and everything. But having people there, I don't know, it just feels like I do not want to pay people. And this one maybe a little bit. Maybe I could, like, you know, go a bit closer. Maybe like just kind of cut it off a little bit. Yeah, maybe we should use this one, but we crop it a little. Yeah, maybe that would be better. So maybe I will crop it till like this, so that at least we could see the interior, because this one over here looks like it's close, right? So I don't think I want it close. So I'm gonna use this one, and I'm gonna crop it. Yeah, I think, did I share? I think I did, right? I could share this one so that you guys can, you know, use the same one as well. Wait, hold on. Yeah. But the problem is, I really hate the chairs. I hate chairs. I hate it when I have to draw chairs. We'll have to, I guess I just have to do it. But then, you know, I could use something else. So yes, it's gonna be this size. This is what I'm gonna do. Yeah. So how's everything, Ari? And how's life? How's work? I'm at least feeling better, and I sound better now. Like few days back I was still coughing, but I'm glad that I sound better now. Okay, so let's start. I'm not looking forward to doing. So what I'll do now is I'm planning to actually make this, let me think. Should I make it a bit smaller? Like, I feel like I want to make it slightly smaller. Just because might be easier. That is a good shop front. Have you been? Actually, have you been to Paris? Like, didn't go. Like, I know when I was in Paris, I didn't even know of this place. And then, like, now I feel like, you know, I feel like, or should I turn it around so that we get more things? Nah, I think let's just keep it small, okay? I don't want to spend the whole day painting today. Let's keep it a bit small. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so when I was in Paris, right, I don't remember it being very popular. Okay, so I didn't go, but there are a few ones that were like really popular, and might have gone, but I don't think I've been inside, because, you know, they are really expensive sometimes. Hey, and William is here. Hello, William. How are you? How's life? Thank you so much for that coffee. So I'm like really appreciate like your support. You know, every month you've been, you know, I should just give you, like, you know, we sometimes there is on coffee, there's in fact the monthly subscription thing, the monthly supporter button. But I didn't set it up because I think there was once, like I tell you, there was once someone supported me, right? And she selected the monthly subscriber, monthly donation, monthly coffee thing. And then after 3 months, she said no. Like she wrote to me and she said, like, I don't think I'm learning much from this. I don't think I'm gaining much. Like, I'm gonna stop, right? And I feel like this is hurt my feeling. And then I said, like, okay. And then I just thought, like, yeah, let's just remove it then, you know. Like, I feel bad, you know, for doing that. And then, like, she felt like I was like cheating her or something. So I was which is why I didn't, in the end I decided to take it off and just let people just do a once off instead. And then, you know, like when you talk about, like, I don't know, should we do like a monthly thing? And then if this person, you know, I might have to think about different tiers of you know, helping different tiers of reward and stuff like that. And it can get like a little bit more, like a lot admin stuff to do. So I'm still thinking like what I should do for people, and depending on how much they support, and like maybe I would give something else. But yes, I will give you the sticker, right? Because you are a wanderer. Of course I'll give you the sticker. Just that I don't know where I kept my sticker. I will show you. Like, I will send it to you, okay, definitely. But I'm just thinking if I'm gonna send you even more. Just let me think through, yeah. Wait. And Chocolate Fan is here. Hello, Chocolate Fan. How are you? Have you been playing more games? How's everything? How's life? I know, like, I didn't stream last week, right? So yeah. So did anything, like, do you find anything interesting? Any new games that you found that you really like? And then, oh yeah, Paulo says he went to the Pompidou Center a long time ago. Oh, but you wasn't into watercolor at that time. Oh, but you quite like it. Ah, but Pompidou is more like a modern art form, I believe. Watercolor, like in fact, when I've been to museums, like probably much more like when I was in Europe, and I don't really see a lot of watercolor. Like most of the paintings were oil or acrylic, but I don't think I see much watercolor. Oh yeah, seriously. Oh, and the last time I was there was to take the kid to Disney. Ah, of course. Of course, of course. And William says like wishing me a speedy recovery. Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling much, much better. Like I feel like almost like 100%, 90% already. And then RK is here. Hello RK, how are you? How's Mr. Elvis? Okay. And then and Paulo says, yeah, me too. I like art museums, but I don't like everything, I must say. Like I have special some artists that I really like, and I would go to like museums. And when I was in Paris, like it was museum like paradise. There was this museum everywhere, and they're not that expensive. And yeah, you know, and I like museum. I like art museums, especially yeah, that's right. And I think another place that I really like is uh Washington DC, because they have like I forgot the name, like, but there's this like strip of museums and art museums and all sorts of things. Yeah, there are different things that you can see, and super cool. I really like it. Huh? Is YouTube chat not working? It is working. Chocolate fan, what happened? What can you not do? And then Paulo says, yeah, watercolor tend to be small and more problematic like fast, so they tend to not show them as often. Yeah, that's true, I believe. Doing well. Glad that I'm mostly I have like mostly recovered, and I'm like really happy. Phew. And sometimes I feel really bad. Especially when you're live streaming, right? And then you realize that you can't really speak, and you have to like gaps for air, and can you see I'm actually doing like this really, really small. So I don't know if this is a bad idea. Seems like a bad idea. But let's see how it works. Let's see how it will turn out, okay? Because I feel like sometimes I'm not gonna, I feel like I should if I take too long with big pieces, I should just go for small ones. But this is a little bit smaller. Ayya. Feels a bit small. Let's not let this. I'm not gonna let the I'm just gonna draw. We'll see what happens, okay? Like if it turns out big, it's big. If it's small, it's small. I'm not gonna think too much about it. This feels a little bit small. I'm gonna just kind of make this a little bit bigger. So it might look a bit different, but I think it's a small thing, yeah? Hey, whoa, Smithsonian. Yeah, yes, I'm talking about the Smithsonian museums. It's like, whoa, it's like, what? This whole strip of like museums is everywhere. So I don't remember where I went. And I also like the New York, the Metropolitan, is it Metropolitan Museum of Art? Oh my god, it's huge. Like, is it bigger, or is the museum in Paris bigger? Like, I've been to both, but I remember I couldn't finish the Metropolitan Museum of the Arts. I only finished a small little wing. Like, actually, even the Louvre, I couldn't finish like the whole thing. I couldn't. It's just too big. It's crazy. Whoa. Okay. And then William says, Paula, I tend to lose myself in music. Yeah, right. Never been to. Oh, you never will be. Oh, it's just too far, right? And then Chocolate Fan says, I can only read night chat. Huh? Is it? Why? That's interesting. Why is that so? I can read everyone's. Like, does anyone else have the same problem as Chocolate? And then there's Janine. Is it Janine? Janine? Hello. You're Henri from South Africa. Hello, Henri. How are you? We have Ari too. So Ari's from Indonesia. Ari, there's an Henri here. Hello, Henri. Are you into art? Like, do you love watercolor? Like, what do you do? And then we have Call. Is it Call Butterfly? Hello, hello. Call just. Call, you have so many names. how's life? How's everything? Like, but I feel like I can't like talk too much. Like if I do, can you hear like my voice sounds a bit strange? Like it's breaking a little bit. Like it has this like weird. Like I feel like the phlegm is just coming up. So I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm 100% recovered as yet. Okay, I have to be really careful about the proportion here because I feel like I am not really good at the proportion. Oh, you can read 5%. You can read 5%. 5 people chat. Hey, like why is that so? Like who are the 5 people? And then Henry says I do watercolor and gouache. Yeah, all right, that's nice. Like we do mainly watercolor here. I sometimes do gouache, but like I do that mainly on other stuff. Like I do have like I also run like a challenge on like Instagram. And I do like watercolor and all sorts of medium. I've been trying different sorts of medium and it's just really fun. Seriously, like I feel like I'm trying to make it small, but it's just kind of expanded. Now it's just looking so big. I'm not sure if this is like what I really want. Like I feel like this is a little bit too long. Okay, I'm just gonna cut it off. I don't really care, about composition. I'm just gonna like draw whatever I want to draw. So yeah, that's gonna be how it is. Oh, you can't see? What? Oh, and then and Call says that yes, that's me. Yes, so you are, yes, butterfly. Call just is called butterfly. Okay, is that reason why you call yourself called butterfly? Okay. Oh, you can't read what William says. Could anyone like check like why is that so? Like why is it that some people can and some people cannot read? Like could there be like some sort of like I didn't do anything, like they really don't know why that might have happened. Strange things happen. Yeah, but don't worry, I'll try to read everyone's comments. Okay, I'll try. I can't say like I will be super good. William says I was watching the Spectacular Artist on YouTube yesterday. Irena Spector, who used mixed media. So my short friend this month will utilize mixed media. Yeah, she is super. I follow her on Instagram as well, and she especially like to use the Neocolors 2, those like water soluble crayons that I really like as well. But of course, like I would say. Oh, and then Ari says he does not like museum. No, why? Have you been to an art museum? I guess sometimes it can be a little bit boring. Like, I think not all museums. Like, I like those like natural history ones where you can see like interesting stuff, like scientific things, see how things work. Like maybe like the different, like I remember I was at was it is it the Museum of Natural History or something, like in was it in Washington DC, and then I remember seeing all the different gemstones and it's so amazing. Like wow, this ruby that's super big and this diamond that's this size, and I remember it was like I was like mind blown by all the gemstones, but I'm not sure if it was like that one. I don't remember. Oh, we can use another one. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. Good that you have another option. Yeah, so we don't really have, like in Singapore there really isn't much that we can do here. We don't really have, like I feel like the proportion is a bit wrong. Like would you actually use, I think sorry, I'm gonna redo this. Okay, sorry for doing this like halfway here. I think I will make this landscape, okay, because it's just so weird. And I'm not gonna stick it down. I'm gonna turn this around to a landscape. Okay, I hope I wouldn't like regret it. I always regret my choices. Yeah, but I don't think I will, because I feel like if I were to keep it to this, I might end up with a very weird looking artwork. Okay, so yes, I'm gonna turn this around. It's gonna be a landscape now. Yes, I feel like this is better. Okay, we'll just work it out now. Hey. All right. Yeah. So, I has anyone signed up for the Toulouse what's that? Urban sketching symposium. One of my friend, like one of my sketcher friend, actually wanted to go, but in the end she couldn't get tickets. So it's like I think you guys know, right? The Urban Sketches Symposium. Oh wait, in fact, you know the Asia Link Sketch Walk to Pune. Like this year is gonna be we're gonna like the Asia one's gonna be in India. It opens tonight. But I don't think I'm going because yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be. I heard from. I haven't done like much research, but I know a lot of the Singapore urban sketches are not going because it's really very inconvenient. And then and it is the actually the bus ride, the not bus, but it's the ride from the airport to the location to Pune. That is like kind of like throwing people off, like to you know stopping people are not going because it's a very hard like long journey, and it's very uncomfortable and very tiring. So yeah. So I mean I don't know, which is why I didn't buy tickets, but I feel like a lot of people are still going. There's not yeah, there's still tons of people going. So it should be good. Like hopefully one of like more people from Singapore will go, and then we will learn a lot more from them. So I'm not sure who else is going. Yeah, so that's about Toulouse. No. That's about Pune. Pune is in India. Okay. Okay, so let me just yeah. So the difficulty about this piece, I guess, is about the getting the proportion right, because it can look a little bit strange if you get the proportion a bit wrong. I think I have to move this a bit as well. Yeah. Ah. Okay. Some pieces are just a little bit harder. No, I don't know how. Why is it that it's taking me so long to draw? Ah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, maybe. Okay, let me just kind of move. I feel that I need to make this here. Okay. And then let's just move this down a little bit. And yeah, we close it here. So I think this piece will actually look pretty nice if you use gouache. And I think Ari also has been like practicing or like, you know, doing tons of art with gouache. Do you prefer gouache? Or do you, oh, you don't, oh, you have no idea what any of the exhibition is. Oh, okay. I think sometimes it's just how things are. Some of those it really depends on, I mean I feel like it depends on the quality. Some of the qualities are you know, you got to kind of be interested in the topic to go. And like recently there was a, I won't say it's an exhibition, I think it was a, I don't know if it's an exhibition, but someone came over to Singapore to have I think it's an exhibition. Like they were selling like, you know, fabric flowers, and people could buy it, you know. And it was really bad because people like just bought. Hey, okay, good night. Okay, yeah. Oh, gallery over here are, oh, serious. Oh, and Ari says, oh, and Paulo says that he wished the city had more museums and gallery. The museums over here are bad. Usually catering for rich people, zero taste, and all really obnoxious owners. Oh gosh. You know, I don't know. I feel like I should go to gallery a bit more. Like, I feel bad for saying this, but I think Singapore, there isn't much of a museum vibe. There isn't much like things to see here. I can't remember when the last time I had like gone into, probably maybe maybe a 5 years or so, like probably last 5 years. The last time I've gone to a museum in Singapore is probably 5 years ago. And yes, we don't really have like the big the big story artists, because we're relatively young. Oh, I do go for art exhibition every year though. Like I would always attend the Watercolor Society art show. They do have a kind of a art show for all the artists, their members, and I would go and just kind of see how everyone is. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's probably the most cultured thing that I do. Like it's weird, right? Like I do painting. I paint so much. I would say I paint so much, but I go urban sketching. I paint. I buy art materials. I talk about art materials, but I don't really go. Um, yeah, I don't do a lot of you know go to a lot of museums. I feel bad. It's like, I feel like, yeah, am I an imposer? Like, why can't I? Why do I not like visit more? Then again, I don't know. It could be, yeah, as Paulo said, like it could be the quality. Maybe it's just not good enough. Like the art is not there. And Singapore's really young, like so we don't really get like big. We don't have a lot of really old stuff. Like, well, but I guess we do have a lot of old buildings. Like, but I guess the oldest of them probably is maybe just 100 years. We're not that old. We're a very young country, so yeah. Okay, we don't really yeah. So that's about galleries and art. And I was talking about the lady, right? I mean the person selling the artist who sell, I forgot the name. Okay, I'm sorry, but she sold like some fabric for flowers, and it was all sold out. So imagine people getting tickets to buy, like to choose the flowers, and by the time they got in, they had nothing to choose from, like, right? And it was like kind of like people were not happy at all, because they got to spend money to go in, and by the time they got in, all the flowers are sold. And yeah, I think it was like quite a bad, like it was pretty bad. Yeah, but I'm just I'm the kind, I'm a bit aversive to, I hate crowds, so I tend not to go to events like this, especially when there's like a lot of publicity, and then like it's a kind of a what do you call that, a lot of art, a lot of publicity, and a lot of uh, social media, stuff like that. I try to avoid those places, because that would be like somewhere that I totally don't want to be there. Yeah. Okay. Wow, your university is 736 years this year. Oh my god. That is cool. That's quite old. Like my university is, don't know how old is NUS. I studied in the National University of Singapore, so I don't think it's that old. Okay, I think it's just how many years? Wait, hold on for a minute. Okay, so NUS, National University of Singapore, traces its age back to the medical school in 1905. So 1905, 2026. So it's 121 years old. Oh, that's really young compared to your 730 over. Oh gosh. Okay. Singapore is so old, so young. Oh, if people block you, can't read their chat. But who would block you? I don't think people block you, dear. Yeah. Could be, I don't know. Maybe I will. Why is it that you can only see some but you can't see others? Privacy setting or something like that. I don't know. Can anyone help, Chocolate Fan? Do you guys know? But is there an art? Do you does your university have a art section? What do you call that? Is it an art section you call that? Like a department where there's like like visual art. Is there a visual art department? Yeah, that's the word. like that. Imagine like having I'm sure there's gonna be at least some sort of museum, like just a tiny place where they keep all like, this is the first, motorboard or whatever. This is the first something. Like even like our at University National University of Singapore, it's so young, but I believe we do have like a museum somehow somewhere. It's just the kind of thing that people would like to do, yeah, and people support and stuff like that. Hell. Oh, and then Ari says I don't have the color, so watercolor maybe. Oh, as in like you're not gonna do gouache, you're definitely gonna do watercolor. Yeah, I guess, yeah, probably yeah, definitely. But gouache, I feel it's not so pigment, what do you call that? I feel like it's not pigment dependent. Like do you feel like every brand, okay, no, I shouldn't say brand, but I feel like gouache, the difference between gouache and watercolor is that whether or not a gouache is good, it does not really depend. Like whether or not it's good or not does not depend on the pigment. It depends on how well it was made, how well it was formulated. So I think it's, to me, a little bit less interesting, because watercolor can be so different because of the type of pigment used, and then when you use it in a water form, you get a lot of, you see a lot, like the pigment do make a big effect. But for gouache, you don't really, because you're looking at the color, you're just looking at pure color, and does not really give you a lot of like differences between brand to brand differences. I don't know if that's a sense. I mean, that's true, but gouache to me is a lot about how usable, how nice it feels to paint and stuff like that. So that's primarily I think that's the biggest, to me, a biggest difference between gouache and watercolor, and why I like watercolor better or more. Sorry, I'm like just jumping around with my thoughts, like suddenly talking about how old NUS is, and then now talking about gouache. But yeah, but I mean that's how when we do like our live stream is, we tend to talk about different things, and you kind of just jump around. Yeah, that's how life, how it is, when you are just talking to people, and we just the conversation just happen organically. Okay. Yeah, okay. I don't know about this. I feel like I don't think I actually drawn this really well. Yeah, but we will just paint it, okay? And I don't feel like there is a lot of that purple as well. Okay, we'll see. Not feeling it today, but we'll see how that goes, okay? Yeah. Oh, then yeah, William says that let's not forget street art. Yeah, that's true. Like I think in Singapore we don't really, do we have a lot of street? Oh yeah, we do have a lot of street art. So in fact, there is this guy who goes around painting murals. So we don't call, I don't know, yeah, like, we would say like street art is like in here we call it murals, probably the same thing, but like it's not like graffiti. It's more like people just being commissioned to, artists being commissioned to paint like maybe a section of wall. So in fact in Singapore there's this guy called Yip Yu Chong, if I'm not wrong, right? I forgot his I think it's called Yip Yu Chong. So he goes around for many years. He goes around to different parts of Singapore, and then he just go to like the walls, and then he just paints a little scene. And it's very interesting because he does scenes from like long time ago. I mean, not like 200 300 years ago, but more like his years, like maybe 1950s or 50 years back, how the street would look like. And it's very interesting because then he would paint like a man, maybe riding a trishaw, and or like some sort of like a old medicine hall, and then people buying stuff, and it's very interesting. So if you're in Singapore and you're into and if you're in Singapore and happen to be in Singapore, I think it's a nice way to kind of learn how it is, like how the streets used to look. Yeah, and he does it by painting on walls along like on in shop houses. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, I am unfortunately my brushes are okay. I'm gonna just try to use this brush. Ew, like I didn't clean this very well. Damn. Okay, I will use these like tiny brushes. I'm gonna use this one here. I know like my rosemary has seen better days. It's just looking really sad right now. Oh yeah, correct. So I think you're right. And Alvin Mark does that. He's one of the urban sketchers in Singapore who does a lot of like murals, and he used to do like videos and stuff like that. But I think it's since a while back he has stopped doing it because yeah, it's a lot of work, I think. And I think he's saying like he actually want to he prefer to spend his time doing other stuff. Okay, I can yeah, it's really a lot of work, you know, being an urban sketcher, and also having to, no, I shouldn't say having to, but you know, it's really a lot of work, making videos. It's one of the hardest thing that you could, like, at least I feel like it's one of the hardest thing to do, you know. Making videos is not easy at all. Okay, I have mixed kind of an ochre. Okay, I'm gonna show you. So I mixed this color here. It's sort of a brown. I use it. I use the green. No, I use the cadmium yellow. And the our keystone color. Okay, to kind of like make a really nice base. Okay, now this is how I normally do my painting. I tend to do a base because I feel like that's the base will help to make the colors come together a little bit easier, because otherwise you might just, you know, if you paint it without a base, you know, everything just gonna look very disjointed. So yeah, so that's how I normally do my artwork now. I tend to do a base layer. I think this is probably something like most people would do when we are painting. We would tend to do a base layer. I don't know. I mean, that's my recent. Now I try to do this more often. Okay, so yeah, I just yeah, I feel like my paintbrush is a little bit small for this. Yeah, so it might, yeah, I can you see that there is looking a bit like patchy, but I like it. I like it like this. I like it like organic. I like it a little bit patchy, you know, not too illustrative. Yeah, so that's how I like it. Okay. And I'm trying to get like some colors here. I like how we could very easily, you know, I'm happy we actually had the yellow, because you know we could get a very dark, we could get a very nice brown color, and yeah, and I think it does help when you are, if especially when you are doing something like this, when you have like a subject like really old, it does help in a way to have something like that. Okay, yeah, okay. So I'm trying to get the colors in, and also maybe just try to, I don't know if that's gonna help, but just get some of the darker colors in, slowly getting the colors in. Yeah, okay, yeah. But I think I should, let's just wait a little, let it dry, and then I'll go in with the next color, which is the turquoise, cobalt turquoise. Let's slowly build it in, okay? Yeah. Oh my god! I hope it turned out well, okay? I really hope it does. I might come in later on with like maybe a pen or something, like a pencil or something. Maybe with the intense, I don't know. I might, okay, but for now I think this is how I'll work it, okay? Let's wait for a while. Let's wait for it. Is it looking a little bit okay, hold on for a minute. I feel like that's looking a little bit blurry. Let me launch the hub because I just want to make sure that we are getting the zoom all right. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, you guys can see this better. Okay, let me just kind of check the focus. Yeah, it's looking a little bit unfocused, but I feel like I already, let me try autofocus. Is it better? Is it better? Seems better. Do you guys feel like it's better? Okay, I'm gonna slowly just increase this a little bit. Bit by bit, we'll see if it would work. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna just increase this bit by bit. 20. No, 20 is too much. Hold on. Enter. No. Okay, I think I just have to do the slider then. Okay. 5%. Let's try 10%. No, is it off? Feels a bit off. Okay, let's go back to 5. Yeah, okay, I didn't do much. Still the same. Okay. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. Okay, I'll just wait for it to dry a little bit before I come in now with the cobalt turquoise. Okay, so you know, I said that I didn't want to use the same color. But I'm not sure if you consider having the same pigment number as the same color. Because in fact this color here is PV28 and I've used PV28 in one of the earlier pieces. Oh, it's not totally opaque, right? It's okay, you know, we'll see how that goes. Okay, it happens. I think it's fine. Yeah, I think it's okay. Let's not think too much about it. Yeah, but I think it's all different color because even though the pigment number is the same, you know, the color does look different. So yeah, I think it's okay. It's like I'm asking a question and I'm answering myself. Like I'll be, is it the right thing to do? And then I tell myself, yeah, I think so. Okay. It's really hard not to repeat, especially the blue. But I think I realized that reason is because we have been using we having to choose the yellows, the blues, for all these colors. Like we've been using like yellows, the orange and the reds, and haven't been really using we haven't been having keystone colors that are blue colors. I realized that hey, I've been choosing blues. It's so hard to choose the right blues because there isn't a lot of them. I feel really like it's so stressful. Then I realized, it's because we don't really get to choose, because it's because we have to choose the blues, which is why we're running out of choices. But I think it's a small thing. Up next will be all the blues, and we actually have a lot of them. Like I chose like close to, I think, four blue colors. So yeah, so people who don't like blues, stay tuned. Like stay tuned for the rough ride, because we're gonna have a lot of blue colors as our keystone color in a while. But who doesn't like blue, right? I think everybody loves blue color. Okay, Barry, are you gonna join? So I think you shared one of the art, the portrait, right? Which I think I will put as one of the top choices for the portrait next week. So I hope if you guys find anything else, like feel free to share, okay? Because I am so bad at portraits. Like, thank you, Ari, for coming, and also thank you for sharing the art, the reference picture, because I really need that help. Okay, I need that. Thank you so much for coming. Chocolate, I can see you. Yes, can people see your chat? Yes, I can. Chocolate fan, I can see you. I don't know who else can see. Can you guys, can anyone other than me see Chocolate's chats? Chocolate seem to have an issue. I can see yours. I'm not sure if anyone else here has an issue seeing Chocolate's chat. Okay, so I realized that this part here has a bit of red, like a purple. Okay, so I'm gonna paint it like here. We'll see how that's. I feel like this piece is gonna need quite a lot of work, in the sense that I probably need to use like some sort of acrylic pen or something. Oh, and RK says I can see everyone. There, see, everyone can see you. Chocolate, we can see you. Yeah, so I think I probably need to use maybe an acrylic pen later on. No choice for the grills, because I'm feeling that there is no way, like, unless we do like really very tiring. Like I'm sorry, I'm not the kind who would grind for the sake of grinding, so there's no way I'm gonna like take time to paint, each individual. So I'm gonna be as economical as I can. I'm gonna paint the interior, right? And I'm gonna use the acrylic pen to draw like the grills over, okay? I'm not cheating. I'm just telling you, I'm just showing you there is ways to do things easily and there's things to do things like hard, right? We try to do things easy. We try to make things life easier for ourselves. Yeah, so that's the whole point. Okay. As I was saying, I'm gonna paint. Let me see. I'm going to paint the. Let's see. I'm gonna paint the interior. Okay, I'm gonna paint the interior of the shop, and then I'm going to paint the exterior. And then for the rest, I'm gonna use like acrylic pens. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. Wait, what? Hi, Red. RK has a shock. Chocolate fan here is a Pokemon fan, yeah. Red, nice. That's a shock. Like, what? What was that? So chocolate fan is here. He's he or she, yeah, is loves to play games. Loves gaming. All right. Yeah, who does not love gaming? I love gaming as well until I have no time to game. Well, good or bad, yeah, I don't know. I think it's good that I have other things to do, but I kind of miss having nothing. Oh my god, what the hell? Things like this happen sometimes. Yeah, it's okay, it does not matter. It happens. It's fine. It's okay. It's not meant to be it's hand painted. I'm not using what's that called? I'm not using AI. I'm not using digital art. So it's okay if I made a small mistake and if it's a bit wonky, because it's supposed to be wonky. It's hand painted, okay? Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Embrace the wonkiness. Yeah, okay. So a bit of interesting. I don't know how or why it was like designed like this, but it looks pretty interesting. I really like how they actually came up with the design. How they actually put a grill over this, like why did they put a grill over it? I really don't know. Okay, so what I'll do is I will use a pen, the acrylic later over, okay, but for the interior, like the inside, I'm just gonna paint it as if there is no grill. Okay, I believe that's probably gonna be an easier way to do it. What someone asked, chocolate asked, do you know game called Gartic Phone? No, what's that? I've not heard of Gartic Phone. What is Gartic Phone? Like, I nearly read it as Garlic Phone. Like, what is that? It's like what type of game is that? Interesting. I feel like it's always interesting to have different, different people with different interests, because then we get to hear different things from people. We get to hear different perspective. And oh my god, I tell you, this is exactly why I hate dioxazine purple. Like here, can you see? I just add like a single swipe and the whole thing just becomes purple. Oh, irritating. Why is it so strong? My god. Oh, Gartic Phone is a art game. I don't know. Wow, how does that work? Do you play it? But I think I know, like, there are people in Discord. So we have a Discord channel, and then there is people actually learning or like doing art battle, like, what do you call that? And it's really interesting to see how people have their different ways to learn, their different ways to do things nowadays. That it's no longer just art challenge. We have these interesting art attack, something like that. Yeah, like really really fun. People are just embracing different ways to do art now, which is really really cool. Okay, I will now just kind of make a dark color. It's really easy. So as you see, can you see, like, I haven't actually used the the green at all. Like it's kind of useless, I feel. Okay, I think it's gonna be quite useless. Probably just gonna I'm gonna probably just use it a little bit later on like the tree or stuff like that. How does that Gartic phone thing like work? Um Hey, Greg is here. Hello, Greg. And then William says, speaking of blue pigment, what blue do you select for blue skies? Cerulean blue? Are you asking about like for this painting or what were you asking about? Like, is it asking for just generally for blue sky? What do I use? I love cerulean blue, so I always use cerulean blue because it's granulating and it's just like a kind of a bright, cute pastel kind of blue, which I really like. And Greg Orama is here. Hello, Greg. How are you? Yeah, it's holiday season is over and it's time to go back to work. Are you looking forward to working? Yeah, it's just life happens. I know it's how the cadence of life is. You have a break. It's time for a holiday, school holiday, and then quickly after the holiday you just kind of get back to work. Like life is just going in cycle. You just go for breaks, you come back, you work really hard, and then you go for break again. Yeah, that's how life is. That's how everyone's living. you know how I wish I can go back to just going to be a student and just have like holidays where I don't have to think about work at all. Because I believe we they students always say like they wish to work because they get money, but then they don't get like they get these like times in their life, or they get these time to just do whatever they want. You could just be bored, do what get really lost in your thoughts, and explore something really different, without anyone, without being needing to be a productive. I really miss those life. Yeah. You didn't take any time off, really? Oh, your boys are grown now. Okay, they need to study and stuff like that, right? And then Chocolate Fan says, you can play it online. You can just add the link and everyone can join easily. I don't need account for it. Okay, sounds really fun. There was actually like once that we actually that all of us tried to play a game together. I believe it was something like was a drawing game. Seriously, I don't remember the name of the game anymore. Yeah, but it was really fun. And it was really cute. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Like maybe one of these days we would do it together. Yeah. As a whole, like a whole community, let's just play a game together. It'll be fun. So I'm now just adding the colors. As you can see, I have totally abandoned like trying to make the grids. I'm just going to paint the interiors as dark as the interior is. Let me add a bit of green because we have green and I haven't added green. So let's just add a bit of green just for the sake of adding green. Not that we will see it because we can't. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of the the blue here. Yeah. So anyway, Greg Orama, are you going to Pronay? They are selling tickets like today. I decided I'm not going to go. Yeah. Are you going to? Do you know of anyone who's going to Pronay? Okay. Pronay is like, have you been? Have you been? Like, I know there's some people actually gone and been there and it said like the ride was just it's just so not it's so draining and so tiring that for that like ride all the way in, like they're not gonna do it. So yeah, I actually didn't see a lot of like sketches. I didn't see like last week I went to the Urban Sketches sketch walk. And I was with we were asking around like, are you going to Pronay? And everyone was like, no, I'm not going, it's just too far and everything. Yeah, right, not this round, I know, right? So everyone's like, oh no, it's too far, I'm not going. Yeah, like so spoiled, right? Singaporeans So funny. It's like, oh, I can go all the way to like Iceland, you know, but to India, no. We are too spoiled. Yeah. So it's just but I'm quite glad, you know, I had a chance to actually like visit once in my life. So they were actually doing some project, like EDB was doing a project there, and then they actually got us there to kind of, you know, the urban sketches. So I went with the urban sketches that time when they had that project at that time to document their their old, like their temples, their streets, and it was really really like eye-opening, something that was like opened my eye. It's eye-opening experience for me because it was like my first time in India, and I didn't expect people to be so they were really friendly. People were kind of staring, okay, but they were really like, you know, like seriously intrigued and curious about what you're doing. So people on the street would kind of stop. They would come and just kind of like observe what you're doing, and they would like, you know, kids will come and then they would just see, and they would ask you, sometimes ask you question, like those those kids that are like a little bit more carefree, or they're not like that scared. They will come and like just, you know, say hi and it just kind of like check out, see what you're doing, and it was really fun. Yeah. Yeah, but was, I don't know, I feel like it's different. Yeah. Oh, okay. But if you're retired, maybe. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think, like, what would you want to do? Like, are you planning to retire anytime soon? You know, I've been talking about it. Like, I'm thinking, like, when can I? Like, how do you know you're ready to retire? I feel like when I'm working, like, I feel like I should retire. I always feel like, hey, you know, I'm sick of this. I want to retire. I'll just go home. I just want to pay. I don't want to do anything now. Sorry for my voice, yeah. I think sometimes when I speak too much, like I'm still at the point when if I speak a little bit too much, I still can I tend to, I don't know, like the more I speak, the more phlegm comes into I get a lot of phlegm. Sorry, people. Sorry for sounding like this. When's a good time to retire? Paolo, are you still here? Like, are you gonna retire soon? Who's gonna retire soon? Like, I think we've had this conversation already. Probably. Like, I'm always, you know, like, I feel like when people tune in to my channel, like you will hear me talk about like retiring. I was talking about like, oh, I should retire. I should just stay at home and do nothing. I should just sketch, draw, do whatever I want. Ay, okay. Carry on. Continue drawing. Okay. Yeah. So, you know, in fact, I feel like I'm enjoying painting this. You guys feel like I am? Oh, Prunei has an incredible active like urban sketching scene from what I've seen online. Yes, they are super. And you know, when last year when we were at what's that called? Phuket, they came in such a big group, and they were like, you know, super like enthusiastic, and the whole group was just like, you know, that we always have this like, it's funny because, you know, we have people from different countries, and then when it's time to for everyone to come up, there's always like this like group performance thing, and when Brunei was like, oh, you know, people from Brunei, please come, and the whole group just goes up and they're just dancing and everything. So they're super fun, like fun loving people, and like very friendly as well. Okay. Greg says not far from retirement. I guess doesn't make sense to work till your health fails. Yeah, I think so. So I think recently one of my directors, she has been with us for a long time, like 20 over years. And she recently like kind of like, it was a shock to everyone. Like she said, like she like the our group director was like, you know, had to kind of like invite everyone to stay back, to just, kind of, they said like, we have something like really important to announce, and we were like, oh, what was it, like, why did you guys like make us stay back, like, what is the reason? So we are all like really curious, and it turns out like one of the director who has been with us for a long time, has tendered, like, she's leaving, because she wanted to spend time, she wanted to focus on her health. So yeah, I mean, it's not unusual. Yeah, I think, like, I feel like it has been just kind of getting more and more attention. People are just thinking that it is finally time. We can't just continue doing something forever. um if you have been, especially for people who have been working for as long as her, those who are working for 20 over years, they have to think, they have to think about, is this really what I want? Is it like, is my health taking the toy for all these like late nights that I'm pulling in because I need to, finish another, presentation, or like approve another document, stuff like that. So yeah, so I think, yeah, a lot of things that we can learn from it. Like, not everything is, you have to just, it's not like we have to yeah, give everything up. Like, it's work is just a part of us, it's not everything. It's important, but it shouldn't consume everything. And of course, health is super important, especially, like, for people who have gotten like a health scare or some sort of like, health issue. You realize that it's probably not worth it. It's nothing is worth your health. Yeah, it's always the most important thing. Nothing is more important than your health. Yeah. Yes, unless it's art, I don't know. Yeah, it is. So I don't know. I hope, like, I should hopefully, yeah, I can get out of it, before my health like deteriorates. Yeah. It's definitely not worth it. Okay. Okay. I quite enjoy it. I know it's looking very funny, like, but I quite enjoy painting it. I think it will look nice because I'm gonna like use a nice acrylic marker over it. I think it look cool. Oh, I think I should, like, what time is it now? Oh, let's see. How long do I have? Oh, I still have time. Okay. I should be able to finish this. Okay. So yeah. So anyone has anything like special? I think you guys know like what I would do if I retire, right? Like, how many of you are gonna be like me? You're gonna paint. You're gonna like just go to every urban sketching event. Probably William's gonna be like me, right? You're gonna retire and you're gonna go to every urban sketching event, and just sketch away. Like, no more. Like, I don't have to, worry about going back to work. I'm just here for sketching. I only sketch. Okay, I have time, all the time in the world, to just do whatever I want. I can sketch as long as I like. I can go to different parts of the world to sketch. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's what I want to do when I retire. So it's, they're always saying like, you can't just retire because you will lose your sense of self, because a lot of people, they are all about, about their work. Their identity is tied to their work. But I think for people like us who are urban sketchers, no. my identity is not tied to my work. I'm an urban sketcher. I like to draw, so of course I would, like, I don't think I have an issue with that. Yeah, so no problem for all of us. Yeah, okay. Like, I always have to talk about retirement. I don't know why. Every time during live stream, I have to talk about retirement. Sorry if you guys hear that all the time. Yeah, correct, right? Travel and sketch. Yay! Yeah. I recently saw someone like publish a book in, I think he's a Korean, if I'm not wrong, and he did like he published a book about like, he went to all the different stations, the train stations in Japan, and he painted all, like, he did like a sketch, and he had like a little stamp I believe it's a subway station or something. He had a he you know, like all the stations in Japan had like they all had a little like a stamp, and people would like go around to collect it, right? You know, we call this like the people who do like stamp collection. I don't know if you call stamp collection. I think it's called the stamping community or something. So these people go around, you know, they're these like, you know, shops that set up you know, these stamping location, stamping, like they'll have little cute little stamp, you know, for example, if it's a shop that sells coffee, like a cafe, they would have a cute stamp, and people would collect it. They will just, you know, like, oh, been there, done that, I've done it. So I think in Japan it's quite a popular thing. Like a lot of the official, like the shops would actually do it. Yeah, like the shops would actually or like, you know, like stations, you know, even what do you call that, tourist spots, like they would actually have that for people to just go around and you know, get stamps done. And yeah, this guy just goes around and he got the stamps, and then he yeah, actually did a sketch, and he's like he made a book. So cool, right? Unfortunately, Singapore, we don't have such a thing, right? We don't have like stamps, but I think it's catching on. Like a lot of shops nowadays, they're starting to have like, you know, like little stamps that people can use. Like they could bring their books and they could stamp it. Is it a thing anywhere else? Like in other countries, is it a thing now? Hey, revolving design. Hello, Senior. Hello, hello. And then, oh yeah, and William says I will be in Chicago next week for the annual sketch seminar. Wow, so cool. You know, I feel like the Chicago urban sketches are also like very you know, very super dedicated and very enthusiastic lot, right? And I believe they also like they hosted the urban sketches symposium many years, like maybe a few years back, several years back, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, unfortunately I haven't been to anyone except the one in Singapore. Okay. Yeah, but urban sketching symposium is super expensive. So I don't know what's gonna happen like after Toulouse, like if they're gonna go to, I don't know, somewhere close maybe, you know, because it has been yeah, it has been around. I think last year was in, if I'm not wrong, South America. So it was in like Argentina, and then after that I think straight after that I think they went to, it was Toulouse. And I think Porto was also one of them. Like many of these like really very you know, beautiful cities. And yeah, hopefully one of these days you will be like in the Southeast Asia or Asia. But it's just like, I think for us, like in Asia or Southeast Asia, we all get a little bit scared, you know, because it's a very big event. Like it's gonna be like a logistic nightmare for people, for the organizers. So I think for us in Singapore, there are like people asking, you know, like, oh, can we have like the next sketch, like the Asia Link in Singapore? And then most of us, like the Urban Sketches Singapore, goes like, no, no, logistic nightmare. No, we're gonna get like places, where we're gonna get you know, locations. Oh, it's gonna be so crazy. You know, like sometimes I don't know if it is a thing in when you go for urban sketching, William, is that we do get a lot of problem with sketching, especially when there's a lot of people, and then, you know, we have people like security guards will come and ask like, hey, you have a permit? You can't sketch here if you don't have a permit. And it's always a problem. Like it's really, I would say it's sad, but it's just, you know, it just feels that we are unwelcome, even though we are actually there to kind of help. Asia needs Asia needs to be the next symposium. Yeah. Oh, last year Poland. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Correct. So it has been like Europe for 2 years, right? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just gonna, I won't say it's not gonna be possible, but it's just like, no, people are all scared. Like they are like, oh, this is gonna be a very very stressful thing, because it's just too much. It's a lot of logistic problem. And I think we also, because Singapore actually did it in 2015, and I wouldn't say it's, I heard that it was, I won't say it's like best experience for everyone, because I know people, there are people who actually didn't remain as friends at the end. Yeah, so it was not easy, you know, especially if you're a group, like urban sketching group, right? You don't really, you know, there isn't anywhere, there isn't a like a, what do you call that, I would say a formalized chapter. I mean, there is a chapter, but that is very different, right? It's not a company, you know. It's not like you have people actually doing all these like admin work for you. And I mean, man, almost everyone's like a kind of a volunteer, you know. And that time, I think even though we our Madam Tia was the one doing everything. I think there was really a lot of work for everybody, and everyone was like, we were all like kind of like, you know, being like volunteer. We have to help like with all the logistics. And I remember I was like at that time, like, was a helper. I actually went and attend like I was kind of just helping out people who are like demo people, like workshop conductors, workshop person, workshop artist. Okay, I was like yeah, I don't know, I was just trying doing logistic stuff, you know, like, oh yeah, looking at the, making sure people who sign up are here, and then just like reading off, like make sure that doing head counts and stuff like that. So that was my role. Yeah, and yeah, we do need a lot of these people around. And of course, I guess like all these like packs, you know, the symposium packs and stuff, do need a lot of people to you know, help out, you know, with the distribution. And I think the canvassing, getting sponsors, getting location, yeah, a lot of this needs a lot of work. It's not easy. Yeah, I can see how why it is not something that we would always do. Hi. Yeah. All right. So, let's see. We do need to put this in later on. I'm probably gonna use like the acrylic markers, but I'm gonna come in with the flowers, like with the canopy here, and I'm gonna finally use the green. I hope it will work this time, because I'm using the green that I've chosen to use is the Crema Pigments green. Oh my god, it's so brown. My gosh. Oh, so I'm using the cobalt green. Oh, no, I used the wrong one. No wonder it looks weird. Okay, give me a minute. I got the wrong green. Yikes. Give me a minute. No wonder it looks weird, because this is the one. So this is the, no, not this one. No, hold on. This is the one. So this is a cobalt bottle green, not I took the Bohemian green ochre, green earth, which is PG23, which is the worst color ever. I feel like the greens, right, especially for me, the most disgusting color, the most difficult color to use is actually green earth. It's horrible, worst color of all. Of the if you're asking me like what is like the worst color other than than this one, then the, what do you call that, then dioxazine, then it is the green earth. Green earth is just, ooh, it's evil, pure evil. Okay. I remember it was like maybe a year, like last year or something, was it a year back, when we actually kind of like, I don't know why, like who gave us the courage, and why did we have that courage to use that as one of the pigments that we want to try. I think it was like we are trying to use, or trying to see if there were pigments that it's different, like that we would like to try, and it just kind of came up. I don't know who suggested it, but yeah, we just gallantly said like, yeah, we'll do it. And then yeah, it's horrible, one of the worst. Horrible. Okay, one of the worst colors. It's your matcha green, but it's still hard to use. So I'm just gonna like wait for it to dry, and then I'm gonna use the purple. Oh my god, finally get to use the purple without thinking too much. I'm just gonna use it as it is. Awesome. Although I feel like I probably need to be a bit careful with the color. Like let's have it, but not let's not have it too. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, I'm gonna drop. Don't know if this is a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna just drop colors. Yeah, like just kind of, can you see? I'm just gonna add a bit of color. I'm gonna use water. Just drop some water, and I'm gonna add like the purple like this. Okay, and then just kind of let the color just merge, go into the water. Right, so it's not like too strong. I mean, there are many ways to do stuff. But I'm trying to just, you know, hopefully be able to give that like feel of it having like the wisteria, because the purple here, you know, all these like hanging flowers here, wisteria, you know, the I don't know if you guys know the the Demon Slayer, okay, the Japanese cartoon, Japanese anime, with the, yeah, and it's really nice. I think it's a good way to do it. William says, you will be using a phthalo blue green shade, PP 15.3, colon 3, and manganese blue hue to capture the brilliant sky this weekend as the largest ever flotilla of Toshi will all from around the world visit NYC. I see. Yeah, those are very nice color. I feel like the phthalo blue green shade would look nice in the water. With Viridian, yeah, the green shade would look like manganese blue hue. Is it from is it Daniel Smith manganese blue hue? I think it would be really nice to use it in the sky. Like that's probably also one of the nicest sky color that I can think of. Like, you know, I think you were asking me about like what colors I would use for sky, right? So I think to me, of course, I would use the only color that I would actually use for sky is seriously, I can't really see. It's actually the cerulean blues, one of my favorite color to use for sky, okay, because it's just so pretty. And I can understand, like, if you have a like super bright summery day, then a manganese blue hue or like the manganese blue nova, that's also one of my favorite colors. Manganese blue nova would be one of those colors that you can use. Yeah, it's a good idea. That's a very good choice. Good choice. Agree. Especially if you have a really bright day. Cerulean blue works, I think, if it's like a kind of a like a slightly overcast day. Yeah. And if you have a really bright sunny day, then yes, that's a good idea. Like one thing that we don't have is actually, you know, having a bit of like white. If we have the white, it'll be so much better, but we don't have it. So I think I just have to like kind of make do with what we have here. And just kind of like really suggest like that we have wisteria here, but we don't really have that details. But then again, you know, you never know what we can do with the pen. I mean the acrylic marker later on. I might be able to add in a bit of details. I don't know. Okay, but that's just, yeah, something that I would do. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So next, I'm gonna come in with the brown, and I'm gonna just make sure I paint this part here. I feel like this one is fine to actually paint rather than just like using the gouache. I mean, not the acrylic marker, or like using a pen, a pencil, a color pencil. So there are various ways we can do this, and I will just paint it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh man. Okay. It's a little bit too, like, miss a little bit here, but I think it's fine. So I think the as you can see, like the majority of it is done. All I need to do is just, let me see. This part is a bit strong, so I think I may want to just kind of remove this part a little bit, and then just like, I realized that the bottom is always a little bit more strong than the top, so you want to have a little bit more like concentration of that, you know, the paint at the bottom, and then maybe, you know, instead we could just add water and just kind of let it go up. So there's like so many ways you can actually like do this, like can just, yeah, like this, right? And then I could just add water here to just kind of draw it up. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, oh wait, hold on. Like this? Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. Okay. Yeah. And I will do the same here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think this one here is a little bit too I may have added a bit more water. The problem with dioses in purple is, can you see, like, it's so staining, I can't even remove it. I hate this color. I seriously hate this color. Okay, next. Okay, I will let this dry a little bit. I'm gonna come in with the markers. Okay, I will come in with I have this really good set of markers. I tell you seriously, it is so good. It's called EMMYE, right? So it's acrylic markers, but in 0.7 mm nib, because a lot of the acrylic markers are super fat. Oh, looking good. Thank you so much. I try my best. So a lot of the acrylic markers are quite fat. So this is the one that I actually see. That is your paper lying flat on the table? Yes, it is. I think it is. Why does it look like it's like moving? I think it is lying flat. It's just that I think now it just, can you see, like, let me think. I think it's fine. I probably need a lot of I think I probably need a lot of work. You need to do a lot of work with these pens. I guess that's probably the only thing I can do for now. Let me just kind of check if I have the right color. I think I do have similar, like, not the best, but do I have like a yellowish color? Let me think. I do have, but it's not exactly the right yellow though. I would love to actually have like a kind of a, yeah, I think I would go and like look for, like, is this a good color? No, I don't think this is a good color to use. I think I'll go and use my, hey, Greg-O-Rama! Huh? Coming to life. Great job. Thank you. I try my best, okay? Because it's not that easy. It's always fun to see how things work out. Okay, I'm gonna use the gold. So that is this gold from Posca. Ooh, wow. Okay. So this is gouache. This is Posca. I'm gonna use the gold. I don't know if you consider this as cheating, all right? No, it's fine. I asked because a lot of artists have papers slightly raised. Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah. I don't. I can see why some people do that. I think for me it's because I don't do that because I don't have a lot of water. I don't actually have a lot of water. This is quite a small piece, so I think it's not a big problem. I think a lot of people do it because they have a big piece and they like to have the paper, you know, the water come down, because otherwise it's just gonna pond and you're gonna get like a lot of problems later on. So for me, I think it's a small thing because I have such a small piece and it's fine. It's not gonna pond, so I'm okay. Like, do you know like what's their reason for doing that? Do you do that? Do you you know, try to keep your paper off you know, in a certain angle? But I remember when I was still doing a lot of watercolor, like, you know, painting outside, like when I'm doing urban sketching with a big piece of watercolor, I sometimes would like angulate my painting, my paper, so that the paper, like the it's, yeah, it's not flat, it's so that the water comes down and I could paint faster. But this is a very small piece, so I think it's, yes, easier. And I think yeah, William says, oh yeah, okay, and Chocolate says, is this shop? Yes, this is a shop. It is a shop. Yeah, I know, it's finally coming, like you finally, you know, see a little bit of it coming up, right? Be wondering like for the longest time, what the hell is Alice doing, right? What is she painting? You can, yeah, you see it's the Au Vieux, I think it's Vieux. I'm really bad, okay, I wouldn't say I'm like super good at my French. Vieux Paris, yeah, I think so. Oh, it's decor. They are cool, but I don't think I space for it. Oh, damn. I like the sign, and I like that I actually have gold for it. So yeah, it's looking all right. It's looking all right. Good. Would you consider this as cheating? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I guess if you have time and you want to do like the paint it slowly, it's okay. You could do it, but I think I'm like the cheating. I would say I like the cheating, like to cheat, but I think this is probably the easiest for everyone, and to finish up the artwork easily. I think it's a good compromise. Okay, and I believe you can do whatever you want, right? Because it's your artwork. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna bring out my me, and I'm gonna choose a nice color for. And let me see, should I use this color? Do I have a good color for the... Damn, they don't really have, do they? This is like, there isn't really a color. No, they don't. I think this is the closest. I think this is the closest, but I like it lighter, so I don't think I'm gonna use this. This is too light green, so I think I'll use this color, okay? There. And William says, when doing large washes, I will have the paper on an angle. Yeah, yes, that's right. That's what I think it's a common thing, because you don't want the ponding, especially when you have a big piece of paper and you have a lot of water. It's gonna pond like crazy. But if it's a small piece, I think it's okay, all right? And then Chocolate Fan says, wait, not a shop, not shop, it's a blue shop. Yes, with an exclamation. Yes, it's a blue shop. Let's do it. Let's just I'm gonna just it's still quite wet here, so I just need to be careful over here because this part is still quite wet. So what I'll do is I will just draw now, like I hope it works. Yeah. So there are a few ways. Okay, this pen is a bit small. Okay, there's another way. I do have another set. I have this set as well. Okay, so this one is the Languo, but this is large, so much thicker. Do I think this is a good idea? I think this is a good idea. What do you guys think? I think it's a good idea. I'm gonna try. So I think this is a little bit thin. We will leave it. And this one is much thicker, so it's gonna be so much faster. Where is the red shop? Oh, we passed all the red shops. Like few weeks ago it was red, so now it's like a blue purple shop. We're gonna have more blue shops, so yes, it's gonna be full like blue. It's gonna be blue in color. We're gonna have a lot of blue shops for the next few weeks. So yeah, stay tuned for the blue shops. Okay. Yeah, so me just drawing the lines down. So the acrylic marker, I would suggest doing it at the end. So if you're not like super if you are not that confident, just leave it at the end, because once you have this down, you're not gonna be able to erase it. Like if you made a mistake, it's like goodbye. Because it's not water soluble. Okay, I'm not sure if it's looking as good. I feel it's looking okay. Okay, I think I probably may have to use the lighter, not the lighter, the thinner one later on. Because it's probably gonna be much I'm gonna be able to create a like lighter color, maybe a more three-dimensional painting. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so yeah, let's just continue. Oh, godsend, I tell you, this like this kind of pen. Is it a popular thing in New York or in Europe? Is it very popular? Do you guys have this kind of like acrylic pen, or is it just like a very Asian thing? Because I've been seeing this like in a lot of people's artwork. Like it's so easy to use. Yeah. See, it's like kind of done. I'm like so proud of it. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna like let it dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna continue with adding the, I think there's a little deco thing going on, like just, yeah, there. Okay, let me just go find it. And I'm gonna add, I think it's a kind of a crucifix, if I'm not wrong, not sure. It could be like a Christmas thing going on, because I can see that there's a lot of like Christmas lights and stuff. So I think it could be a Christmas decoration going on. Can't really see this one, like it's not that strong, but yeah, you get it. Okay, so yeah, there you go. So this is done here, and then I'm going also to draw the heart. There's like some of these like cute heart design, like I don't know, like some sort of is it lighting or some sort of like structure? So can you see? So I added those two here, one, okay. Hey, and there's actually golden chicken. There are two, like, I don't know, are they golden? They look gold. I think they're just chickens, little chicken figurine. Okay, and there's like really tons of stuff doing. There's like a kind of a light going on. I'm gonna draw it later on. What else? Okay. Okay, let's work on this part a little bit. Okay, then I'm also going to draw the chicken. Oh my god. Golden chicken. A chicken that's golden color. Okay, it's just, I don't know, it doesn't look like a chicken. It's just like a blob just sitting there. Okay, I'm just gonna draw the chicken here, and I will work on the like looks later on. Okay, let's just kind of let it, oh my god. William, oh, okay. Hey, no problem. See you. Oh, you're not okay. Okay, you're not joining us in next week. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you have the event. Okay, do enjoy. Okay, and then yeah, yeah. Maybe you can take a picture, or you can take share your artwork, do a little video, and then we will do a show and tell. At the end of the month, so that we can see what you have done during the event in Chicago. Okay, would love to see your artwork, and also see your artwork for your the adventure later on. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I don't know, like this is I wouldn't say it's the best, but this is probably I would say how many percent? 20. Oh wait, hold on, why is this like this? It just feels so weird, like the guy doesn't have like like a, let me add the legs. Okay, it's weird. Okay, done. So wondering what. Okay, yeah. So yes, I think I will let this dry a little bit more, and then I will maybe use the marker to get the details in. Yeah. Okay. Let's then show you what I will do. Probably how I'll do it is actually to yeah, just do this. So just get some of these colors in to just show some of these details. So I kind of realized that it's a little bit hard to get the pen, the lines in, because I think there is a layer of watercolor underneath. So I think that could be an issue if you're using watercolor, and you're using these pens over it. That can be a small issue that you need to take note of. Just so you know, because I when I was using this pen on its own, it's so smooth, and I think the flow was really good. But I think when you're using this with on top of watercolor, you can get a bit of an issue, as you can see from here, right? Can you see like the lines? Like they are like railroading, and you get like a bit of like the white, and you can't really see very well the paint, it's not as opaque as it should be. Yeah, so that's just a little thing to note if you are using this. I'm gonna also use this over, because there is like somehow, I feel like this part is a bit like lighter than everything else, and then this one goes over, yeah, like that. So this is just, I'm just trying to give this like piece some sort of texture or some sort of detail, because otherwise it's just gonna be kind of illustrative style. Sounds weird when I say that. Oh, wait. Okay. And I think this one is just kind of like, is it over? Oh, this part is under, so yeah. So there is a kind of a way to draw this. I don't know if you can see the big difference. Probably not much, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And I think over here as well, so I'm gonna just draw this over. Okay, and then this part. And here. Yeah. Yep. And there's actually some of these like things going. I don't know. I think there's some sort of like deco. So I'm gonna just add a little bit. Some sort of I think a sparkling decoration that they put on the shop, because maybe it was like for Christmas or something. Yeah, I don't know. Could be. Yeah, and over here, same thing, just adding the details because we want that. So there is a difference. Somehow it's working better now. I think it probably works better on top of existing acrylic lines. Not watercolor, okay, but if it's acrylic line, I think it probably works well. So it kind of works well here. So this is how it currently looks right now. I know it looks a bit strange. Like somehow, I don't know why, like the painting looks a bit weird. Yeah, and then I'll use the white. So there's like this white color acrylic markers that I have to just kind of add these details. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so thanks William for coming on and sharing all these like interesting thing about urban sketching, and that he's going for the Chicago sketch meet. I think it's a sketch seminar, right? So cool. I think that I don't know. Like I feel like this year, like it's gonna be so sad, right? Not having to go to a Asian sketch walk. I'll feel so out of place. I'll be like, hey, something is wrong with me this year. Like, I didn't go to a Asian sketch walk. Oh, so weird. I know some people are actually like planning um for their own event. But I don't know. I don't know if I will join. Okay, good night, Greg. See ya. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so yes. Yeah, I'm just trying to get the details in. It's gonna take a little bit. And something that I notice about this acrylic pen is that there is a little bit of it's not that opaque. So this one is not as opaque as I want, like as it should be, but it still works. So that's how it is. Okay, and then I'm going to use this one for the, I think there's a little lamb. Could be just a hanging ornamental lamb. I'm gonna just use this um, brush to just do the big lines, and then I'm just gonna go in later on with like a kind of a tiny one. Yeah, yes. Yeah, like that, something like that. Oh, I realized that it actually goes away. Oh yeah, it does. What else? I think we can add a bit of details to this before. Okay, let's go and look for a nice wisteria-ish color. I feel like you guys are probably gonna scold me because yeah, hey, there she is. And then like now she's using all these things, these like acrylic markers. Like, oh, what is this? So this is how this is how it works. Okay, using the acrylic markers. Like I guess like no one says like the limited palette challenge is watercolor, yes, limited color, but yeah, I can use other I can use other mediums too. Okay, so I probably will mix this little bit with the smaller those the Emmy ones. Okay, because I think this it's nice that we have a bit of the white at the top, but we also need to kind of make sure that it kind of blends in with the bottom. So I'm gonna just kind of draw it like this first, just to kind of give it a little bit of that whitish, the top like being really light and pastel-y, and then I then will use the and the Emmy ones to create the details. Okay, the graduation, the details of the, you know, the flowers and things like that. Okay, yeah, so that's how it is right now. Okay, yeah, like that. Let me see. I feel like this part feels very, yeah, okay. Yeah, let's just add a little bit more. I think there's a bit more here. Okay, and then I'm gonna use the Emmy ones to for the details. Okay, let's go. I'm glad I actually have these acrylic pens. Okay, let's go for the Emmy. Oh, there you go. Okay, so let's look for a nice one. I think this is a nice color. Let's see if there's a darker one. Okay, this is probably much better. So I'm gonna use this one too. And it should look better. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one because I feel like this is probably the right color, not this one. These like Emmy acrylic marker pens do actually have these like, you know, waxy things that they put to protect the tip, so that the you know, the ink, can you see? It's so good. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll just dot. Oh, it's actually not that strong. It's actually quite light. Not what I've expected, but it's not that bad. It's just that the color is not, like, might have to go for, you know, a darker color later on. I'm not sure if there's a darker one, yeah, but whoa. Hey, oh, Elijah, hello, my God, how it has been a long time. How are you? How's life? Yeah, everybody's gone to bed. What time is it now? How's life? Are you still studying? How's everything? Why haven't you been here? Like, I'm actually gonna stop really soon because, you know, it's already like 12. I normally do like live stream for about 2 hours. And I normally start at 10:30 now. And yeah, and then like I would like do for until like 12:30, and yeah, it's almost 12:30. What's up? How's life? How are you? Nice to hear from you after so long. I hope you have been you know, living a great life and everything's good, right? How's everything? Have you started to draw more, like paint more? And yeah, it's really nice to see that you come and join us after so long. Pretty busy, huh? Finish your side. Yay! Oh, what is that white marker or paint you used? Oh, this one? This one? This is actually I know it's not watercolor. So this one here is in fact like acrylic. So it's from Emmy. It's okay, this is acrylic. And it's a liner pen, so it's like 0.7 mm. So it's super nice because I use it over watercolor, and does help to make my painting more like I'm using it as like a final layer because, you know, it's so difficult to get details from just painting watercolor. So I decided that I am, me being a lazy person, I'm gonna try to do this without like having to, you know, use those what do you call that, you know, white, no, what do you call those, masking fluid things, and you know, try my best to get the colors in, you know, by painting really slowly, and yeah. So I paint smart, okay. I don't, I mean, yeah, I paint smart, so I'm trying my best to do it in the easiest way. So that's why I'm using it. And I've been using it quite often in my you know, the other, I normally do the Storefront challenge, and I use it quite often because sometimes I do have challenges when I just use it for that purpose. Yeah, just acrylic pens. Okay. Let's see if there's any like darker ones. I actually, there's a darker one. Hey, I didn't see it. So this is an even darker one, and I'm gonna use it to for the bottom. Wow, so smart, yeah. Oh my God, this is the best. Okay, so this is, Yeah, my God, I should have just used this one, huh? Okay, so this is why it's, I don't know, like have you seen people use like this? Like it's a very common thing nowadays. Like a lot of people are using this for drawing and it's super fun. And the colors are very strong. And they go over almost everything. Like it's really like a dream to work with. Like I'm not saying like you should just throw away your watercolor, but it's just different, there's just know that there are so many different art medium. Of course, you talk about the best or easiest art medium, I would say is digital art because you can undo forever, okay? But yeah, but this is one of the easier ones and it's really fun to use as well, okay? Yeah. Good, good, good. So are you working now? How's life? How's corporate? Are you in corporate? How's corporate? Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos about people being first time in corporate and like just hating your life. Yeah, but it's like how it is. At least if you're working, you are still you're earning money, right? Somehow the color is looking very strange. Like now it's looking very blue, but in fact, if you think about it, like I don't know, it could be the lighting. Can you see like it's not supposed to be so. I don't know why is it so blue. It's supposed to be more like purple, but it's looking blue. But anyway, I quite like how it is, but I think I probably need to work a little bit more later on, like on other stuff. Like I need to, oh, in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I seriously didn't share, but this is what I'm painting. Okay, so it's supposed to be here. Oh, I realized I forgot to paint the shadow. Damn, I'm supposed to paint the shadow. Oh, okay, it's okay, I think I can still paint it. So I'm gonna paint some shadows. Damn, I forgot about the shadows, but I think can lah, because okay, hold on. Because okay, wait, let's just put it back. Okay, because we can, it's with acrylic, so yeah, I can do whatever, everything I want with acrylic. So I'm just gonna put in a little bit of that shadow here, and there's some shadow going on here as well. Okay, you see? Yeah, oh my God, looking better. Yeah, so now this is how it like looks. And I like how, like, because I'm using acrylic, I don't really have to worry that much that it will, like dilute, or I will get things like it will dilute away or something like that. Like, what am I saying? Like it will like dissolve, or the color will come off, because it will not, okay? Because it's in acrylic. So ew, looking like more 3D right now. And I think I need a little bit more like 3D. Like I need to add a bit, like this part should be darker. So I think it's not about just it's not one way. You can always like improve it like later on. You can, it doesn't mean like once you put acrylic it's the final decision. You can't do anything else already, because you can paint over it. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm painting over, and a good thing to know is that acrylic it's really forgiving. You can just paint over it, and you can take it off if you don't want to. So I'm gonna just kind of, yeah, see. Okay. And I think it's probably done already, kind of. Not really. Still have these, like I'm still thinking if I should spend time. I think I will later on, but this is how it like looks, and I think this is gonna be how it will. I will stop here because it's already like 12:34, 4 minutes, and it's time for me to go to bed. Okay, so what I'll do later on is to just add these chairs. Sorry, yeah, chairs. Okay, need chair. Okay, currently I think it looks okay, but I think it needs chairs. Then I'll be done. Okay. All right, thank you everybody. I think I'm done today. Thank you so much for watching. And I really appreciate that you guys are here. I know a lot of people have gone to bed already. But whoever's here, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again next week. And next week I'll be painting a portrait, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you guys really soon. Okay, bye, Elijah. Hope you're still around, or whoever's still around. Thank you so much. See you guys really soon. Bye.